Hello, friends, and welcome. We started already. That's good. Hello, friends, and okay, that's good. I can hear myself. Thanks, everyone, for being here. We'll allow a minute or so for people to flow in, and you can probably guess where I am, but I'll get into all that in a second. So, yeah, while we're waiting, just for the first minute or so, maybe type in your initial thoughts on the game. What stood out to you, any of that good stuff. You can put that in the chat right now. Say hello to each other. I know Lucas, Coach Rob, Fangirl, I know some of you are already talking to each other, which is great. Otherwise, I'm happy to see people start to file in for this stream tonight. So hey everyone, I am Canuck Clay. I am the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. It's my Canucks take on the one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary, my post-game live stream for Sunday night, January the 23rd, on a night that the St. Louis Blues beat the Vancouver Canucks 3-1 at Rogers Arena. And yeah, I was there with legendary Lucas Gates. I have a couple funny stories to share. I had a really great night with Lucas, but I'll get into that in a second. So as I start, as I always say, if you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. And as always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions, performandtransform.ca/CanuckClay. It's right on the screen. And I posted a bit of a show-off picture, but I'm proud of my progress. I've down 20 pounds in the last 5 months. So I did a picture. I put a picture up on Twitter yesterday, got some love, which was nice. You know, that's always nice. What I didn't put up is Gail's picture. Gail's lost 30 pounds, but I put that up on Instagram and Facebook, and she's getting a lot of love as she deserves to as well. So Perform and Transform, if you want to know how I'm trying to stay healthy, even though Lucas might disagree with after he saw what I ate tonight, let me know, and I can let you know what I've been doing. Also to Van City Experts Real Estate Group, that's Jason Lim and his team. Contact them for all of your real estate needs. And Jason was also at the game tonight, so that was pretty cool. So thanks to Perform and Transform and Van City Experts. Of course, Gassy Jack Art, maker of my wonderful artwork. I don't have any here because I'm at work, but I'll get to that in a second. No, I can get to that right now. And then Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. I'm at work because I didn't want to start at 11 tonight. I think that's a little too late. I want to keep 11s for my Friday night. So I couldn't drive Lucas home, unfortunately, but at least it looks like he got home in time, which is good. And I got to the office in time as well. Also, shout out to my members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Just Incredible, legendary Andrew Chang. I think all three legends were at the game again tonight, just like on Friday night, whether working or watching. Shout out to my hero members, nucksfan number 29 and Carol Bovenlander, and to Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, smoovegroove, and Fung. Thank you for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos, on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. As well, shout out to my moderators. Never know how busy you're going to be, but I see a lot of moderators are here, which is good. Oh, you're not home yet, but you're almost home. That's good. But whether you're moderators, I always say, if it's sexist, racist, homophobic, or ableist, or in another language, delete it. But if you're not sure, then leave it for another moderator to deal with. And remember, don't go too hard on people. I like the creativity. I like having fun, and but I thank you for your work in advance. Finally, for all of you, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're in Vancouver like I am, or in the Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I know that you could be watching, doing anything else right now, but the fact that some of you are in here with me right now, I appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. I appreciate your loyalty as we continue to build what I think is the best YouTube community, Canucks community here on YouTube. Okay, I want to say a couple things. So I'll limit myself to the next 10 minutes for sure. And then I'll turn it over to you for your questions. And then I will be doing a couple of announcements at the very end. So non-Canucks game related. Some of you may follow or subscribe or watch to Gravity, Nathan, the Grav Gang, based out of Dallas. Some really cool news for him today. He got hired by Sportsnet. I presume it's close to full-time or at least part-time, because he's able to keep his own channel going, but he's also going to produce videos on YouTube for Sportsnet's YouTube channel. For those of you that watch Nathan's stuff, the guy knows it. The guy's sharp. He knows his stuff, and it's really cool. He's turning 19 years old in a month. So he's only 18 years old, turning 19, and he got a job with Sportsnet. So that is awesome. And Nathan will be joining me for a Zoom chat very soon. Actually, I have a couple guests in mind. I would guests that I haven't had on the channel before. I want your opinion. Would you? This is really good, actually. Let me make a poll real quick, because I think this is good for guests. Oh wait, hold on. This will be worth it. And then don't worry, I'll get back to. Okay, here. Or bring them on live. Okay, I just asked you a question. I said, I'm just waiting for it to pop up now. I hope I pressed it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. For guests, would you rather me do a taped Zoom interview with them like I used to do, or bring them on live? So obviously the benefits, taped Zoom interview is it can be longer, it can be edited, or live, there's interaction actually with you. So let me know. Maybe you don't care, but if you do care, I would love to know, because I have a few people lined up over the next few weeks, and I haven't decided if they're going to be Zoom chats or if they're going to be on the live stream themselves. Live stream, I think the biggest obstacle to live stream is how late I stream. So I'd be having to ask my guests to stay up to at least 10 Pacific time. And if they're back east or in a different time zone, that makes it even harder. So I think as much as it's cool to have live stream, I think the trick is that we'd also have to balance where they're coming from and what kind of time difference that might be. And by the way, while you're here, like this video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that we can talk about the Canucks, like the fact that they battled pretty hard, like the fact that they dominated in certain aspects of the game. And overall, it was a good effort. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good result, of course, which I'll get to in a second. But you certainly can't fault the effort, especially when they're out shooting the St. Louis Blues 21-10, 11-4, and 7-3, 39-17. So let's get into a couple thoughts from the game. Then I'll talk about a couple thoughts of sitting with Lucas and some of the things we experienced. Because I have a few minutes of stories, which are pretty funny, and then we will. Then I'll get to your questions. So hold your questions for the next maybe 5 or 6 minutes or so, and then we'll go from there. I just want to get to some of your feedback right now. Get Lego Rocks on a stream. Well, it's interesting, Jog Paul, that you mentioned that, because I will be maybe at around between 11 and 11:15. I'll make my announcements, and Lego Rocks is involved in one of them. Nathan is so good with his info. Good for him. He deserves it. I agree, Jaskran. CK guys, sorry I'm late. Tough loss tonight, but good effort. How are you all? Doing great. Thank you, Justin. Tape makes more sense. Time zone wise. Good. Andy's dabbing. And Carol's here. Awesome. Okay, so let me get to a couple thoughts about the game. Then we'll get to a couple thoughts about sitting with Lucas. And then we'll get to all of your questions. So Canucks dominate the Blues when it comes to shots. 39-17. They also, St. Louis Blues had 20 block shots to 8 for the Canucks. So that means the Canucks had 39 shots and another 20 blocks. So close to 60 shot attempts, whereas the Blues only had 17 shots on goal, 8 blocks. So maybe they only had 25. So the Canucks basically outshot them 2-1. And then along with shots goes what's this metric called Corsi. Corsi is how many shots on net do you attempt does your team attempt while you're on the ice versus how many shots on goal does the other team attempt while you're on the ice. And obviously you want a Corsi that's greater than 50%. You guys, all 18 skaters for the Canucks today were above 50% in Corsi. By the way, Lucas, I want to acknowledge his donation. of $6.99. Great to hang with you tonight, Clay. Won't be the last time, that's for sure. Yes, Lucas, I'll get to some great stories, but Lucas, thank you for the donation and thank you for the wonderful time tonight. Indeed. And by the way, I'm glad to see Zach is here. For those of you that were on my stream Friday night, we got scared that maybe something happened to Zach, or maybe a monster ate him, or that his parents got mad at me for talking to some old guy at midnight. So Zach was fine. He texted me that he just said that he was having connection problems. So Zach is fine, and Zach is here tonight, which is good. But I will be making changes to how I run the call someone on Friday nights going forward. But I'm glad you are here, Zach. And thanks for being here. And Lucas, again, thanks for that donation. So all 18 Canucks skaters had Corsi's percentages that were over 50%. So that is absolutely nuts. Justin Bailey leading it with 83%. Lamico 80%. Shen and Dries 79%. Podkozin 70%. All the way down to Hoglander was a low man, and he was still 58%. So when you outshoot the other team 2-1, you are going to get those type of numbers. So that's a positive. Besser had 6 shots on goal, pretty impressive. So that's a positive. Hoglander had 5 shots on goal. So Besser and Hoglander are 6 and 5, but their line mate Petey had 0 shots on goal, and that includes 4.5 minutes of power play time. So Petey was noticeable, making some plays, got the assist on the 1 goal by the Canucks, but at the same time didn't get a shot on goal. So that's kind of strange, and I think you want him to get a shot on goal for sure. Also, special teams didn't like Blues go 1 for 3, so the Canucks continue their trend of giving up a shorthanded goal, and the Canucks went 0 for 4 on the power play, including that 2-man advantage, which counts as 2 power play chances, but at least they scored basically when that 2-man advantage ended. So in essence, it was a power play goal, but it shows up as 0 for 4 on the stat sheet. Okay, for the last 3 minutes, I want to tell you some stories about Lucas, and then we'll get to all of your questions. Lucas is a lot of fun. As you can imagine, Lucas had a lot of energy and a lot of good conversation points. He reminded me a couple of times that he works for the team and he knows people within the team, but that's great. That's one thing I love about Lucas. And then it was funny. During the second period, I actually turned to him and I said, "Hey, Lucas, do you work for the team or something?" And we had a good chuckle about that. You know what I love about Lucas? He, not just because he supports me, but he was easily the most energetic fan in our entire section. And we weren't 100% section, but we weren't only 10%. And then there are 3 people that had just moved here from Ireland, from Dublin, who are here on a 6-month work visa. And one of them turned around and basically said to Lucas, "You're the best thing about tonight for me. You made my night." So that was pretty cool for Lucas to get that recognition from a new fan. It was their first hockey game ever. So we tried our best to explain things without sounding like know-it-alls. And that's pretty hard for me to do. Not because I'm so smart, but I try not to sound like a know-it-all. But we were explaining to them offside, icing, pulling the goalie, all those kind of things. And then a couple of them, Lucas is so good. He was like, "Yeah, this is Canuck Clay. You should subscribe to his YouTube channel." I was like, yeah, it's okay. No one knows me. And then right when I was doing that, Josh Kang from Twitter says, "Hey, are you Canuck Clay?" So that was kind of funny. So in front of these 3 people from Dublin, someone recognized me just as I was trying to downplay my channel as Lucas was trying to pump me up. But yes, Lucas was great. They appreciated him and his enthusiasm. So that was kind of cool. Lucas, unfortunately, did not get on the Jumbotron despite his best efforts, dancing at every single break and some good dance moves, mind you. My dance moves pale in comparison to his. Well, my dance moves compare to person to someone who doesn't even have any legs. Like, that's how bad of a dancer I am. But Lucas was great, knowledgeable, fun. We enjoyed some pizza. Not great for my diet, but still it was fun. And all to say, this was 3 hours that I spent with Lucas that one-on-one Zoom time doesn't really replicate. And so I was appreciative of his energy, his passion. And we were laughing a lot. We were basically laughing at all night, either at each other, at what was happening on the ice. So the one thing, and I'm going to start off with this in a second. No, actually, let me get to that in a second. So Lucas went to this game with me because it's part of the hero memberships. Those 5 tiers. The second highest tier is the hero member. And the hero gets to go to a game with me, but you're stuck with me. You don't get both tickets. You sit in my seats. And you go to a game. So this is the one I went to with Lucas, obviously, and I'll go with Justin and Andrew later in the season. If you upgrade to the Legend, though, you then not only get to go to a game with me, but you also get a pair of seats in the club section courtesy of Jason and Van City Experts. So Lucas still has that game to go do as well. So if you become a legend, you actually get 1.5 pairs of tickets. You get your own pair in the clubs, and you get to go to a game with me, whether you call that an advantage or not, or a benefit or not, or benefit, blessing or curse. So Lucas, thank you. It was a lot of fun. We had good laughs, poking fun of each other, good conversation, getting to know each other. And let's start with this. Oh yeah, I should say this. And then because our section was so dead, Lucas, after telling me that he knew Crazy P, which doesn't surprise me, Lucas actually got Crazy P's attention from 2 or 3 sections over. He said, Crazy P, come here. So then Crazy P came over, and he actually stayed in our section for about 2 minutes. Some good chants, some bad chants, but overall we were chanting. And then right at the end, he points to Lucas and goes, hey man, he goes, I love your energy. Every time you work, man, I love your energy. Because if no, I don't have something wrong with my throat. That's how Crazy P talks. All right, everybody, this arena is only 50% full, but you guys are giving 100%. That's a pretty good. Lucas, wasn't that a good impression? So Lucas got Crazy P over to our section. I think I just hurt myself there. Lucas got Crazy P over to our section. He stayed in our section for about 2 minutes. And he actually recognized Lucas as the one who brought him over. So, Lucas, a lot of fun. He ended up being in my post-game video, my quick YouTube short. I haven't done my post-game recap yet because I need to get back here. But overall, a really good time. So let's start this. I'm going to start the question. Don't ask your question yet. Oh, Marcus, by the way, are you back in Montreal yet? I met Marcus on Friday night, which is really cool. And I met some other people tonight. Oliver, my new Dublin friend Stephanie and Adam, met Josh Kang and some other people as well. Okay. Before I get to your questions in a second, Lucas and I disagreed on one thing. Okay. And I want to start it off. I'll end that poll. Now, 75% saying live stream, 25% saying do it on Zoom, which is fair. All good feedback. But yeah, we'll have to see according to the guest. Jog Paul, is Crazy P new to Rogers? I know he does beast line. Yeah, he started to go. He's been in the arena for the past 2 or 3 years. Made more of his way. Made his name more in the Lions games. Carol, who is Crazy P? I've never been to a game, so I have no idea. He's basically a mascot that doesn't wear a costume. He gets the crowd going. Lucas saw Rob from. Oh yes, we did see Rob from Daily Hive. That's right. And then imagine thinking that team would. Okay. Hi everyone. So before we get to your questions, Lucas and I had a very friendly disagreement on one thing. He thought DiPietro played a really good game. I thought DiPietro was just average, and maybe compared to Spencer Martin, we were a little bit spoiled. Maybe couldn't do anything on the first goal, deflection. Second goal could have played that better, and third goal I think he could have saved for sure, or he should have saved. So maybe not his fault the first 2, but definitely the third one. Lucas and I do agree that this is a big step for DiPietro in that he's gotten some good. He missed a year last year, right, with COVID, but at least he's getting to play, work with Ian Clark more closely, getting some reps in Abbotsford, and he will compete. I won't say he'll get it for sure, but he will compete for the backup job next year when Halak's gone. So I think that's fair. We can agree that he's improving. But where Lucas and I slightly disagreed was how strong of a game he had. Lucas thought DiPietro had a really good game. I thought he was just okay. And this isn't to call out me or call out Lucas for a wrong opinion. It was just a good discussion that we had. Okay, Seek, you'll likely meet me soon too, Clay. What section can I find you in? 319 if I'm in my regular seats. 108 if I'm in Jason's seats. Speaking of Jason, it was a good game and good effort. Too bad we were using 1/3 of an AHL lineup. Well, yeah, we had our 4th string goalie, and we were missing 3 of our top 6 players in Garland, Horvat, and Miller. By the way, Jason Dickinson, I appreciate what he does on defense, but on offense, the guy brings absolutely nothing. He doesn't have a lot of finish in front of the net, that's for sure. Hello, JDS. Nice to see you, Jamie. Jogpaw, he's a hype man. Yes, he is. We're talking about Crazy P. Jasker, and you should do a 4-people live stream with Melody, Lego Rocks, and Nathan at the same time. It'd be cool. Well, Melody's only been in my mean comments. I haven't done a stream with her yet. Lego Rocks, stay tuned. And Nathan, stay tuned. Very good. Fangirl, hi, Clay. Which Canuck player stood out to you tonight in a good way? Besser. Besser had 6 shots on goal, and I thought he was quite noticeable when he was on the ice. Yeah, actually, but he didn't have any hits or blocks. But I thought Besser was quite noticeable. Brian, will Halak be available to play against the Oilers or stuck in the States? Apparently, he did his he's going to do his 10 days in the States, get back on Tuesday. So I think Halak will play on Tuesday against the Oilers. Cole, I think we can agree that the Canucks played a great game tonight, but what went wrong? Not a lot of finish. They got a lot of shots, but not a lot of them were dangerous. Their goalie, Husso, played fine. But I think it's one thing when guys like Dries and Bailey and Dickinson are trying to score versus Miller, Garland, and Horvat. So I think the Canucks did play well. I wouldn't say it's a great game, Cole, but they played a strong game. Their effort was excellent, but they didn't have a lot of finish for sure. Coach Rob says DiPietro C+. That's fair. Kel, from watching on TV, DiPietro was okay. A lot of times you see him down early and leaving the top of the net. Yeah, you could tell that although the deflection and the jam-in goal were low, you could tell that St. Louis was trying to shoot high on him quite a bit. He's just a smaller goaltender compared to Demko and Martin, right? He's more Halak size as opposed to Demko size for sure. Trevor, anyone else think Pettersson had a rough game? Seems he couldn't control the puck early on the PP. Bruce Boudreau hinted as much afterwards, saying that Pettersson's got to shoot the puck more. Dickinson fans on a shots a lot. Jogplay, I noticed that too. Seek 319 or 108. You got it. Jaskarin. If Martin plays well the next couple games he plays, can he be a future backup? I'm so spoiled on just one performance. Yeah, Jaskarin, that's the thing. Like we can't get too high with one performance. Good performance. Can't get too low with one poor performance. I think he's got a viable chance to fight for a backup spot. I don't think by any stretch of imagination is Demko for sure. I'm sorry, DiPietro for sure. It's Demko for sure. But I think it's going to be DiPietro battling, Silovs battling, Martin, and maybe they bring in one veteran guy to battle as well. It could be a four goalie battle for a backup next season. Marcus, was Crazy P employed by the Canucks? I thought he was just some random crazy white dude who was way too into the game when nothing was actually happening. Oh, Marcus, by the way, yes, you are in that quick clip on Sportsnet. I think you're turning around in your Horvat jersey, but yes, Marcus, you are in that clip as well. So we share that clip. Lucas, I was remarking about Martin need a couple more games, and if he shows more promise, I recall Halak may be traded or placed on waivers with intent to assign to Abby. That's fair, Lucas. That is fair. Justin, I'm really beginning to like Lamico and Highmore more in the game. Notice them more than JD. Yeah, and actually on St. Louis Blues, their third goal, the third goal scored by Kyrou, it was actually Dickinson that was on that line with Mott and Highmore. It wasn't Lamico. And that was when they kind of got pinned in their own zone a little bit. Coach Rob, Shannon is kind of like Crazy P at the Royals games. She can get the crowd going to section. That's awesome. Does she bang a drum too? Or maybe she just bangs the side of, who knows? That's awesome. That's really funny, Coach Rob. Brian, Marcus, and yeah, I'm in the land of the Quebecs. Well, I'm glad you made it back safely. It was so great to meet you, Marcus. Seek, quick question. Did you receive my email? No, I did not check it. Oh, yes, I did. I checked it just before I went to the game. So yes, I will follow those instructions and I will do it tomorrow. And then I'll set a time so then your friend can look for it. That's fair. Did you know that Kraken beat the Panthers? Yes, I was aware. Fangirl, when is the earliest Demko can play again? Probably not 10 days from when he went into protocol, which was late last week. So I don't think until next week, this upcoming weekend, a week from now, Fangirl. SG, I don't think DiPietro will ever become the full-time backup. Likely gets traded. That's interesting. Jogpaul, 5-day isolation Canada, but 10-day in US for protocol. I think Jogpaul, it's so crazy because Besser, I heard they wanted him to do, Besser, Di Giuseppe, they wanted some of those guys to do another 10 days once they got into Canada. So I haven't heard a straight answer as to what it is, to be honest with you. It could be you do your protocol and then Canada makes you do another 5 or 10, which would be crazy. I don't know. I should find out, but I haven't heard a straight answer from anyone. What players can we get back on Tuesday? I think it's just Halak because he was first. And then I think Horvat and Garland are right after that, I think. Yeah, Bruce, 1000th game. That's true. That's something to like. Bailey looked great. Bailey is great at creating space, but I'm not convinced that he does much once he gets that space. Although he did have 4 shots on goal today, so he was noticeable for sure. He is very fast. Don, what do you think of Pullman? I didn't really like him. He was okay. He had some offensive forays tonight, but he also got walked at least 1 or 2 times. Why does Finn not bang the drum anymore? Good question. Actually, that's a good question. Lucas, was Finn even there tonight? I didn't notice. Dieter, do you think the Canucks need to improve on getting shots through a net, or were they okay? They're okay, Dieter. They got 39 shots on goal. I think what they got to do is get more variety of shots. I know on one hand you want them to shoot more, especially on the power play, but a lot of their shots weren't very dangerous. So I would love for them to get a more variety of shots, more side to side without giving the puck up. Mike, when will your friend sing the national anthems? Marie, I will find out. I don't know when she's singing next. Marcus, I'm like Crazy P in all my classes. I never pay attention. Okay, guys, this is what we're going to learn in advanced calculus. That's what Marcus is doing in this class. Don Cherry, Demko plays on Tuesday. Are you sure? I don't think he's ready. Justin, DiPietro Foundation was a little shaky, and third goal was a backbreaker and a bit of softy, in my opinion. I think he'll be okay in the long run with Ian Clark, but I give him a C+ tonight. Okay, so 2 C+ for DiPietro. Did you see Subban speak about racism in hockey? Yes, Fillmore, that is such a stupid story. It was ridiculous. Delzado's like Crazy P on this. I was just wait. Marcus, I was surprised you didn't bring up Delzado on Friday when I saw you. When Dowling coming back? I don't know why. He's healthy. He practiced today, but he was a healthy scratch in favor of Sheldon Dries. No problem. Good night, Marcus. Lucas, by the way, as we speak, I just walked in the door. I'm home now. Great night tonight, Clay. Thanks again. Thank you, Lucas. That was a lot of fun tonight. Trevor, Demko can play in under 10 if he tests negative. Yeah, Trevor, I don't know. I should know, but I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know the rules. So crazy. Kel M. Demko Miller went to COVID protocol on the 20th. Shouldn't they be able to play on the 25th for the Oilers? Thought it was just 5 days. Kel, I don't think it's 5 days. I thought it was 5 plus 5. But I could be wrong, and we'll hear more tomorrow. I could be wrong. Because Demko and Miller went in after Horvat and Garland. So we should hear about Horvat and Garland before we hear about Demko and Miller. Brian, at least Demko will be well rested. Yeah, I hope so. As long as he didn't. Yeah. Miller. So Don Cherry again saying Miller and Demko back on Tuesday. Bailey is better than Chason. So Jaskaran. Jocko, I hope it's not Mikey and net for Oilers. Not to be mean. No, that's fair. You can say. Where is Dowling? He's high T. Practice today. He was a healthy scratch. Easton, do you think team speed is a problem? No, not tonight. St. Louis isn't a particularly strong team, and they didn't score any of their goals because of their speed. So I think Miller skates fast enough. Horvat's fast enough. Hoglander, Puckhosen are decent skaters. Hughes is a good skater. Even Pullman and Myers are decent skaters. So they're not the fastest team, but they're not the worst either. Franco, I thought DiPietro's first period was good. The second and third just okay. That's fair. Shannon, no, Clay. Marty the Marmot bangs on the drum, and I just get the crowd going by cheering really loud that the whole arena hears me. Shannon, that is very impressive. Keep on doing what you're doing. You should cheer that loud when you're people greeting at Walmart too. Brian, hey Clay, how long are you going to be on here tonight? I'm at work right now. I will wrap up between 11:15 and 11:30. I don't want to go much longer than an hour tonight. So between 11:15 and 11:30. So I'm halfway done. You know who's the fastest on the team? Chason, CQ. I know you're joking. Oh, whoops. I skipped a bunch. Sorry, guys. Coach Jogpa, I thought you were playing in net versus the Oilers. See, if Sutter comes back, what happens with the Mott Lamico Highmore line? I don't know, but let's not worry about it. I don't think Sutter's coming back for a while. Oh, Satya Shah said that. Okay, that's good to know. I did not know that. Helen, rumors that Demko Miller can play on Tuesday because they be over 5 days if they test negative. Okay, that is awesome. Thanks, you guys, for clearing that up for me. Jasker and Sheldon Dries is a liability, so I think Dowling is better. It's 5, I think. Okay, no, it's good. I'm glad you guys are here. Tyson, hey, Clay. I see in the last game the other night, I think it was before the end, they showed you when they pulled their goalie. Yeah, Tyson, they actually showed me on TV right at the end of overtime before the shootout. And I was scratching my head in disbelief that we were going to a shootout. Lucas, thoughts on the changes to protocol after the All-Star game, only testing those who are symptomatic and are cross-border only. That makes sense following the lead of other sports leagues for sure. Angus forgot stream on 10:30, 161 and 4-1. Nice. Good job. Also 2 shutouts. Almost 2 shutouts. Yes. Bailey has speed but doesn't have hockey IQ. Yeah, relatively. All these guys are smart enough to play in the NHL, obviously, but I agree that not very creative with the puck, that's for sure. Professor Dogwood, I felt bad the team couldn't go give DiPietro more. I still feel terrible for his first outing. 7-5 loss. He was inexperienced and let. Yes, I remember that. And there was a snowy day in February, I think, against San Jose here. Do you see the players' reply regarding the Jordan Subban situation? To be honest, it looks like now that it was a genuine and unfortunate mistake. I have not read the reply, so I will have to look that up, Seek. Thanks for letting me know. Trevor, the big issue with the first 3 is they test in the U.S. The border complicates it. Oh, versus being right. If you get it when you're in Canada, then it's just 5 days and out. Good point. Good point, Trevor. See, you know who's the fastest? Chase on. Okay, there. Cole, how likely are we to get in the playoffs now? We are 4 points behind the second wildcard spot. Most of the teams have multiple games. It's not that realistic. It's doable, Cole, but I think we have to temper our expectations. Coming in this game with 42 games left, I said they had to go 26, 14, and 2. Now they lost another, so now they got to go 26, 13, and 2. Tough order. 26, 13, and 2 they have to go. Edmund, our full top 6 and not having Demko hurt us. Yes, noticeable for sure. What do fans do during the intermissions? Talk, watch the contest, go out to the concourse, go to the washroom, grab some food. Hopefully don't take your food into the washroom. So good example, in the first intermission, Lucas and I went to grab some food. Second intermission, we just stayed in our seats. Justin, did you see Canucks Army article where they did a whole scenario replay of where the Canucks would be now today if they embraced the Linden vision instead of Bennings? No, Justin, I will need to check that out. That sounds very interesting. Shannon, I do welcome people in Walmart like I'm cheering the Royals game. Nice, nice, nice. Angus, the issue is crossing the border. If you're recent positive, then you have to quarantine. Gotcha. Thank you. Bailey is fast. Yes. Jaskran, do you see Miller finishing his career as a Canuck? I don't think so either. And it's not because he's trying to get out, but I think he's open to going to a better team, quite frankly. Any chance Hamnet comes back in on Tuesday? Not if he's not been practicing, Seek, and he hasn't been practicing. Lucas, how funny how things come to be, Clay. First game I met you was my last game as a fan before COVID shut down things. My first game back was with you in the stands. Yes, because Lucas works so much at the games. We were talking about, I met him 2 years ago, the last time that he watched the game as a fan, because he works a lot. And now his first game back as a fan, so his first game in 2 years, it's with me. So the one thing that was also cool about sitting with Lucas was he was noticing things that he'd heard about through his colleagues in game presentation, or that he would hear when he's selling merchandise, but he hears he sees it on the screen or he hears it in the arena, and he was witnessing a lot of the things. So that was pretty cool. See, I think we make the playoffs. Bruce Rougeau's man. It's going to be tough. Fillmore, did you see Tom Wilson's tweet supporting Subban's statement? No, I have not caught up on all that stuff yet. Easton, do you think Rutherford and the new GM will sell at the deadline or just be staying put? Yeah, I agree. They definitely won't buy. They'll either sell or make minor tweaks. Toronto fan, thoughts on Mikey tonight? I said right at the start, he was just okay. Angus, the Canucks need help to make the playoffs. PD still doesn't have the speed to get away. He has the hands, but doesn't have the speed. Notice stick handle's into trouble. Yeah, he stick handle's out of trouble and in trouble, both. He rarely gives the puck away in his own zone, but he does give the puck away a bit in the offensive zone, which I guess is the better place to give it away if you have to give it away. Coach Rob, do they sell or give out game sheets at the games with that night's roster? Not anymore. Nope. Jaskren, it's going to hurt if Miller goes. Yes. See, when I went to the Canucks games in the past, I passed my time in the intermission by yelling at Jim Benning in the management suite. Okay, that's good. At least you make good use of your time. Jaskren, if we make the playoffs, Bruce has to win the Jack Adams. Yes, it would be a big turnaround for sure. Don Cherry, I thought this game could have been tied if anybody except Dickinson was on the breakaway. Yeah, he does not have a lot of finish, that's for sure. What did he end up shots on? He only had 2 shots on goal, but he seemed to have like 4 chances. Mike, how long are you going for tonight? Until 11:30, so about 25 more minutes. Toronto, how many games are left before playoffs in the NHL? Well, every team's got to get to 82 games, and some teams like the Canucks have played exactly half, 41. Others have played a few fewer games, and a couple of teams have played more. But the Canucks are exactly halfway through their season, so they're on pace for an 80-point season. High T-Wise 92 on the fourth line. Yeah, it's interesting that they're putting Chason up in the top 6 instead of Podkolzin. I don't know. I thought he was playing well, especially that one game with Hoglander and Pettersson. Jaskrin, I'd rather have Mott over Dickinson on breakaway. Yeah, and we know that Mott's no good on a breakaway either. Fangirl, did the whole arena hear BX's speech the other night, or were there audio issues? No, it was good. It was very loud and clear on Friday night. Lucas, my Legend game is coming up in March. Looking forward to see the Canucks extinguish the flames. Yes, Lucas, remember, as I mentioned to you, that's the plan, but got to hear from the other Legends and then make sure that Jason's got them. But yes, that is indeed the plan for sure. Shannon, I do not know if you saw it during the game. Pity stick got stuck in the glass. I heard about this, and then I heard that he was laughing about it. They were talking about it in the post game, but I haven't seen it yet. Carol, Clay, do you think after this performance with the Canucks getting their players back as soon as possible, start making up some points? Well, they have a better chance for sure, but there's no guarantee because even with those guys in the lineup, it's going to be tough sledding for sure. Toronto fan says, I like your jersey. Thank you. I'll show you in full glory. It is Quinn Hughes. But thank you. Angus, Juggy and Marie are both great. Canucks are lucky to have them. We really need a D that can shoot. Yes, Dickinson, speed and size, but no hands. Yes, Angus, all 3 points. Great anthem singers. We need better offense from our D, and Dickinson has no hands. Yes. Seek, do you think Hoglander's lack of results has been a result of being rushed in the league? If we kept Toffoli, Hogs would have started in the AHL. It would have been great. Yeah, it's easy to say that now, but I think Hoglander's been fine. I don't think he's stagnating or anything. You got to remember, it's only his second year. I think he's doing fine, especially as a second round pick. Would you watch the upcoming Olympics? I will, but not as invested as if NHLers were there, to be honest. Jasker, do the Canucks have an actual rivalry when the game gets physical? It seems like the Wings are now the way the last Canucks game was. Yeah, but Jackson, you don't really get a rivalry if you only play a team once a year or twice a year. Where the game gets physical, I could see it still being against a Calgary or something like that. Fangirl, at least DiPietro's game tonight was better than the last game he played. Yes, thank goodness. Seek, I'd much rather have Pullman on a breakaway than Dickinson. I think Seek would rather have anyone on a breakaway rather than Dickinson. Jasker, I'm excited for the next Canucks Wings game because of Garland. That was fun. Don Cherry, what do you think about the Olympic break games? What do you mean? What do I think about them? I think the schedule is fine. The Canucks do have almost a week break in there before they get going. Lucas, I'm likely going to head off shortly. Got to get ready for no problem, Lucas. Thanks again for a great night and good luck tomorrow. I think you have a presentation or something, right? That's good. Angus, so do you know who was on your right? The screen capture from the Panthers game? No. If you're talking about the other guy in the Canucks jersey, I looked. If he was also wearing black skate and he was also scratching his head, that was actually the row above me. If that's who you're talking about, Angus. Brian, do you think the Canucks are lacking physical players, fighting players? No, I think they're fine. They don't get pushed around. They don't get bullied around. I think their team toughness is fine, quite frankly. Hello, Dexter. Nice to see you. Long time no speak. Erickson over Dickinson. Okay, Jasper. Now we're stretching. Shannon. Everyone's saying hi to Dexter. We missed him. Correct. I'm a moderator for a Zoom conference. Nice. Yep, he was scratching his head. Yeah, I don't know who that was, but he was copying me. Tell that guy to come up with his own move. For sure. Hello, Dexter, and good night, Lucas. Thank you. Dexter, hey, Clay. I'm guessing you heard the nickname for Radko Gudas, Madko Gudas, but I have a better one. Spasko Gudas. Sure, let's go with that. Thank you, Dexter. We missed you. We missed you on the stream for sure. John Scott over Dickinson. Okay, now everyone's... By the way, what was really funny on Wednesday night was all your guys kind of funny when you reverse the names and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Mike, I will barely sleep during the Olympics because I'm trying to watch every moment of the Olympics. Wow, that's impressive, Mike. Hope you survive. Dexter, sorry I haven't been here. I've been trying to go to bed at 10. No, that's very good. I approve. I mean, I approve. Or I affirm you. Maybe not, I don't approve because then you miss my streams. Lance, great job, Clay. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate you. Jaskrin, Delzato over Dickinson. Now we're just annoying. No one. It takes a lot to annoy me, Jaskrin. Things do, but I won't say what does here. Fangirl, do you think Rutherford is getting very close to hiring Alvin? I heard second interviews were this past week, so perhaps. Lucas, peace out all. Gonna have to wind it down for the thing. Clay, fill me in with the announcements later. No problem, Lucas. I will. Angus, it was just funny both of you were in skate jersey doing the same move. Yes, he copied me. Mikey didn't make a good read on the power play goal. Yeah, I think he could play that better. I agree. Don Cherry, will you trade Miller for a first, second, and Kratsov? It's so hard to say what first and seconds turn out to be, but that might be a good move, actually. Dexter, are you glad you were at the game tonight so you didn't have to see David Perron's face on the TV cameras? That's true. I did not. I was spared that atrocity for sure. I was glad to be at the game. I always loved being in the arena. It was good to hang out with Lucas. Seek, what do you mean by reverse the name? Something like, yeah, Seek. It was pretty funny at the end of last stream. So simply like Jet Woo became Wet Jew, but Jew like Joo, and stuff like that. Yeah, Pucker Toolman, I think, is what started it off. Pucker Toolman. Dale Talon over Dickinson. All right. Angus Pullman needs to be there, or OEL needs to prevent that pass. Yeah, I don't know how he snuck in behind there. Showtime. I'll be on Winnipeg on Thursday night when the Canucks are in town. Nice Showtime. Awesome. Are you going to the game? Lance, is Demko, Horvat, Garland back for Tuesday? Lance, I believe Demko and Miller, because they contracted COVID in Canada. I think Horvat and Garland are still a couple of days away. Challenge accepted, Dogwood. It takes a lot to annoy me, Jaskrin. Very good, Dogwood. Luongo over Dickinson any day of the week. Hi, T. A goalie will score or get an assist before 18 scores. Yikes. No, I'm not going to say that word. Myler Tires. Very good, Seek. Fangirl, what does Bujo need to do to get the team playing better again? He needs his players back. I think we're missing our 2 top goaltenders and 3 of our top 6 forwards. I think Bujo's fine. I truly do. Justin, I got your email, Clay. Will respond by Tuesday once I double check my calendar and decide what games work best. I believe I have my tickets. To some of the options you. No problem. Yeah, Justin, get to me by Tuesday. That would be great. Myler does get tired. Very good. Dexter, the COVID protocol stuff is so silly. I can't wait until they stop testing asymptomatic players. Lucas would agree with you, Dexter. We talked about that quite a bit tonight. Hobo. Oh, gosh. Hi, Lance. Okay, let's do 3 more minutes of Canucks and hockey related questions. Then I'll stop and do a couple minutes of announcements. And I'll finish off with Ask Me Anything. So the last 2 or 3, do you think PK is a personnel issue at this point? Yeah, but we don't have much. You can't change personnel, so you got to change your system or the way you play. Dogwood, no Horvat. Oh, sorry. Ho Borvat. Heels Nuglander, Brock Besser. Very good, Dogwood. Very good. Brock Besser. Beck Brewster. Okay, I'm not sure that works. I think we should TANK. Jaskin, are you trying to annoy me? Attaboy Gates, Coach Rob. I also sent an email, Clay. Awesome. Thank you, Coach Rob. Yeah, I'm going to try and figure all this out soon. TANK is Clay's favorite word. Absolutely not. Fangirl. Anyone else get annoyed when Myers takes a penalty? Yeah, it happens a lot. Vasily Vodkolzin. That one's good. Sick. Carol, who is Alvin and where does he work now? What kind of experience does he have? A lot of experience. He worked with Jim Rutherford, Carol, in Pittsburgh. He worked his way up through scouting, and I believe he's the assistant general manager in Pittsburgh right now. So it'll be a promotion if he becomes our full-fledged general manager. Dason Dickinson, Pelias Ederson. By T, we should get Shane Wright, and not a guarantee. Do you think 92 could have a chance on a shootout? Absolutely. With his release, absolutely. Dexter, do you think Radko Gudas or Joe Thornton have any Florida birds living in their beards? I don't want to know what's going to come out of their beard, for sure. Don Cherry, I went to 2 Nucks games, this one against Wild and Flyers, and now I'm scared to go. Nah, just go, Don. Just go. Roberto Luongo. I'm not going to say it, Mike. Coach Rob, he is good. Jaskren, on a real note, I feel like the next draft night have players better than Shane Wright. We will see. Datcher, Temko, another bad game for Pedersen tonight. A Clay. He wasn't great. And I thought he was turning his game around too last week. Bavo Pire. Do you watch NFL football? I do. 4 crazy games. The best weekend of playoff football, I think, in a long time. All 4. Okay, that's enough. Okay, I won't read any more reverse names because I think we've kind of exhausted all of them. Okay, it's 11:15. Okay, last one, Kel. Do you think Rutherford has a good idea of the roster yet? Personally, it feels difficult with players coming in on our lineup. Yeah, I think Boudreau has never had the same lineup for 2 games in a row. Do I think Rutherford has a good idea? I do. And it's not just him. I'm sure other guys are watching these games as well. So I think Rutherford is getting a good idea. Do you think Travis Green should go to coach Edmonton Oilers? I don't think they'll go after him, Shannon. And it's weird to go to a team in the same division, but we'll see. What's the Super Bowl matchup? Well, you got to love the way the Rams are playing, although they almost blew it. I think Rams Chiefs now, because I think the Chiefs will win. They'll beat the Bengals, and I think the Rams will beat the 49ers. So I go Rams Chiefs. Luho Jamico. Nice try, Dogwood. You almost got me. Any word Alvin get hired as GM maybe by the end of this month? Clay, I saw you on TV on Friday. Yeah, a lot of people did, which was kind of nice. I got dozens of messages, which is pretty cool. I hope the Bengals pull it off. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Which NHL championship games are you looking for Sunday? Well, there's only 2 more, right? There's one. So both of them are intriguing to me. The Rams 49ers one is probably a tiny bit more intriguing to me. Okay, I'll do 2 or 3 minutes of announcements, and then I will do Ask Me Anything. So over the next few weeks, I have at least 4 or 5 guests lined up. Now, I won't say when yet because I'm still got to figure it out, but I have at least 5 people that I've lined up to either do a Zoom call with me or appear on one of the live streams. So one of them is Trevor Lai, and Trevor, I believe that's his last name. Trevor is the young man who designed the Year of the Tiger Canucks jersey. So if everything works out, Tuesday night's the Lunar New Year game where the Canucks will celebrate that jersey, and then maybe I get him on the stream on Wednesday night. That's the hope. And then I've also talked to Lego Rocks. We've talked about doing a little bit of a collab. So the plan is for him to join me on my Sunday live stream. Okay, so I'm giving away dates. So Wednesday is, I hope it's going to be Trevor to talk about the jersey. Sunday, I hope it's going to be Lego Rocks a week from tonight. I also have lined up a chat with Nathan Gravity to talk about his promotion of Sportsnet. I have a chat lined up with Ronil Desai. He is one of the in-game hosts at Rogers Arena. And believe it or not, I have listened to you. I have a chat lined up with Shannon, the hockey guy. Yes, I reached out to Shannon, and to his credit, he wrote back right away. That one I might drop as a surprise. It's not going to be yet. It's going to be sometime in February, but I'll be talking to Shannon as well. So in the next month or so, you will see either Zoom chats or live streams with Trevor, the designer of the Lunar New Year Canucks jersey, Lego Rocks, Nathan, Ronil Desai, and Shannon, the hockey guy. So you've been asking about Zoom chats and guests. That's what I've been working on for the last couple weeks. So now I just got to figure out when I'm going to slot all of those guys in. So I know there's a lot of excitement about a lot of those people, especially the hockey guy, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay, no problem. No problem, Seek. Thanks for being here. Justin, do you think leagues need more serious consequences for these racism incidents? I ask because suspensions for X number of games doesn't seem to get the message across. Yeah, Justin, just the culture of hockey, of any competitive sport, it's just a microcosm of society, right? So I don't know what else you can do. I really don't, because the players' associations in these leagues probably, I'm sure they don't condone racism, but they're not going to condone for players to get completely like blackballed from the league or yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Okay, so I got nice night. That would be cool. Thanks for moderating. Oh, Fangirl and Justin, what happened on Parker's stream? I'm interested. It says thanks for the moderating help. What happened? I didn't get to watch Parker's stream. Yeah, GravGang is now a Sportsnet. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good. Good. I'm glad to see the excitement over some of these guests. Jogpal, yeah, I've interviewed Luke. I already have a Zoom chat with Lucas up on my channel, so make sure you check it out. Just and it was a great chat about his work with autism and autism advocacy. No problem, Shannon. You'll get to know all these people as we go. Dexter, someone else mentioned the apology, so I haven't read it yet. Pressure is on for Trevor. Yes, Jason. Okay, so that is happening. Okay, good. Toronto fan, I met all the Canucks players up until 2020 because I would volunteer at golf tournaments and things like that. So anyone that came into this team in the last 2 seasons, like Dickinson, Ekman Larson, Hoglander, Podkolzin, I haven't met them, but everyone else, Demko, PD, Hughes, Sutter, all those guys, Miller, I've met before because of my volunteering at the annual golf tournament and Dice and Ice. Yes, Jaskrin, I am pushing P. I found out what it means. I know it's a little bit more complicated than saying just being positive, but I do know that's a bit of it. I do know it comes from a rap song. I don't know which rapper. I know my son Sean was trying to explain to me, but he said if I want to go short version, it is about being positive. So yes, I am pushing P. I had no clue what that meant last week. I thought you guys were going to try and tell me to say something bad. Dexter, it's hard to make out whether or not the gesture is racist because he explained it well in his apology, but I guess we don't know until the rest speak out and tell us what was said on the ice. Yes. So I'm presuming that what we saw when it looked like he was making a gesture like an animal, I guess he explained it as something else, but I'll read the explanation later. John Shorthouse would make a good Zoom chat. He would be great, Fangirl. Justin, tuned in a bit late, but Fangirl had to manage on her own first. Gotcha. Any chance to collab with Steve Dangle? I lie. I have. I've done that as well. So if you look up, I have a whole playlist called Zoom Chats. You'll see everyone from Steve Dangle to Lucas Gates to I've done one with Lego before to Darren Drager, James Duthie, Dan Murphy. There's a lot of really cool people on there. But I have collabed with Steve Dangle before. Thanks, FMD. Fangirl, I was the only moderator for most of the stream. Gotcha. But did you have to do anything, Fangirl? Like, did you actually have to delete and ban and time people out? Or are you just making the point that you were the only moderator? Angus, PK spoke for only 12 minutes. Wow. Apology was a video. Okay, Dexter, I'll check it out. Thank you. Dexter, if you've seen it, do you believe it? Dexter, tell me, do you believe the player's response? Mike, Shorty and Garrett would be a great interview to watch. That would be fun. Filmer, why is the NHL hypocritical with hockey's for everyone when it isn't? By the way, let's move to ask. I'll answer these, but let's move to ask me anything for the last 8 minutes as well. Why is the NHL hypocritical when hockey's for everyone when it isn't? Women in hockey when they don't want to help ladies with pro leagues and growing the game when cities have no support. Yeah, they gotta do more to live up to that for sure. Dexter says the least funny thing ever. Justin, can we see a Clay and the hockey guy collab on a Canucks team or NHL power ranking? Oh, he would have to pull the weight there, but yeah, that's a good that's a good idea. Do you have sushi or Chinese food today? No, I had Vietnamese food today, Edmund from Tyson. Dexter, he said that he challenged Subban to fight and he told Subban that he was such a tough guy while Subban was hiding behind the refs, and then he puffed out his chest to imitate Subban being so tough. Oh, so like yeah, the tough gesture. I believe it. I truly believe it, if that's the case. No issues, just got the only one. Okay, good. I lie. Yeah, the people in Parker's stream are quite smart and calm. I lie. Hope his line from dang it isn't trademark for goalie gaps today. If your goalkeeper 10 the goal. Nice. Toronto fan, are you looking forward to Super Bowl halftime show on February 13? Sure. Yeah, I always tune in to watch it for sure. Yeah, that's fair, Dexter. Dogwood, yeah, very funny. The hockey guy does power rankings every Saturday. Nice. Although I thought he was going to stop doing them. Okay, I'll check that out. Favorite song from a Broadway show? Any Broadway show. Wow. Satisfied from Hamilton. I really like that one. Dexter, Tom Wilson did the same thing. He was in the penalty box once. Gotcha. Oh, that's why he spoke about it, maybe. Dogwood, you're still not annoying me, but that's pretty funny. The translations of swears: poop, female dog, son born out of wedlock, anatomy. Super Bowl is on my birthday. Nice. February 13. Very good, Dexter. Angus, when can we have a table tennis tournament at Monkey and Brewing and proceeds to mental health or Canucks for kids? Yeah, I don't know if we can bring in ping pong tables, so maybe the bowling part can be, or I do it at my house once this COVID thing ends. Good point, Angus. Shannon, are there elevators in the arena? As Coach Rob are going to game next year, but I would use my wheelchair. Yes, there are elevators for sure, Shannon, for sure. Do you play hockey? I play floor hockey. It's funny, I don't play ice hockey. I play roller hockey, Toronto fan. Not that good, though. I lie. If the Canucks wanted you to play goal for them with the shortage, would you lace them up? Realistically, no, I would not, because I'd get killed, injured, and I'd get booed off the ice. Realistically. Although that would be a great story to tell my kids. I mean, no, I don't have to tell them. They'd see it to my grandkids. Fangirl, if you got another dog, what would you name that dog? I wanted Elvis or Presley. No, sorry, not both. I wanted Presley. but it turned out to be Mickey. Are you an NBA fan? How much do you watch it? I used to be a big NBA fan when the Grizzlies were here, Jaskran. Then I liked the Phoenix Suns when Nash was there, but not so much. I like the NFL more than the NBA now. Coach Rob, did you get your $3 Big Mac today? McDonald's has them $3 every game. No, I didn't, Coach Rob. I did not eat McDonald's today. Don Cherry, what's a good place to eat there except pizza and triple O's? I like Carve. I didn't have it tonight, but Carve, the prime rib sandwiches, yes. If you had to break the diet, McDonald's or Burger King? To be honest with you, Justin, because I would never lie to you as a legend, I eat that once in a blue moon. Certainly not as much as I used to, for sure. I like Burger King's burgers better, but I like McDonald's fries better. How would you creatively caption your head holding photo? I would say, why do people actually watch me on YouTube? No, I would say something probably about my hair, how I'm kind of balding here and I have a lot of white hair here. I'd probably say something like, oh, this is where I actually still have some black hair or something stupid like that. There were some pretty funny captions for sure. Shannon, Coach Rob said he would go in goal. He'd be great, I'm sure. Angus, you should sign up for Adult Learn to Play. You sweat and won't feel hot since you're on the ice. Oh, I like that, Angus. I'll be more like Adult Learn to Get Injured. Dexter, I see Gates on the thumbnail of your shorts video. I'm hyped. Yeah, he was good. He was funny. Fillmore, how many times did you go to Expo 86? Quite a few, not every day, but quite a few, maybe about a half dozen times. Don Cherry, is that in the upper bowl place? Yeah, they have a Carve upper bowl and Carve in lower bowl. Dexter, Clay, you look so much better after losing 20 pounds. Big congrats. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dexter. I'm okay at staying at my current weight. I just want to get more tone and basically more muscular up top. I think I've told you guys, I have a big butt and strong legs. I got big legs. That's where a lot of my weight comes from. And of course I had a bit of a gut too. I still do. But one thing where I don't look that good or I'm not that strong is in the upper body. So that's what I want to work on. But thank you, Dexter. I appreciate those kind words. I do feel a lot better. The looking better is one thing, but the feeling better is more important. And it just translates to more energy overall. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Carve is the best, says Justin. Club section also is pokey. That's not bad. Yes. Otherwise, Melts and their grilled cheese are solid. Justin, great food review. Jasker, do you play basketball? I do. I can't dribble left, but I'm a decent shooter, decent defender, good passer. I think my passing is my best thing. But I enjoy basketball. I'm not great. I really like volleyball. That's probably my best sport. Volleyball and bowling now. Can we see a video you're playing? Yeah, Jasker, I'll record. I put one thing up a long time ago on my Instagram. Just a story though. Yeah, I'll maybe that's what I'll do is I'll get some footage of me playing basketball, but it's hard to find a game, a scrimmage right now. I might just go into the gym and shoot around with my boys or something. That's a good idea, Jasker. Maybe I'll do that over the All-Star during that break. Not the All-Star break, but the Olympic break. Fangirl, I'm very excited to watch Hamilton live. What's your favorite hockey twig? Actually, I don't know a lot about sticks. I just buy cheap ones. Maybe that's why I suck so bad. So I can't really give you a good answer to that. Big calves, yeah. Didn't Reese call me Mr. Calf? That's Dexter. That's right. That's a throwback to my streams from 2 years ago where Reese would call me Mr. Calves. Showtime. Did you see the pic Dan Murphy posted of him fishing with Chris Pronger on Twitter? No, that's cool. Tony, thoughts about the Vancouver real estate market right now? You'd have to ask Jason Lim, who's the real estate expert. I don't know much about it. I just live in my place in Richmond and don't know. Although my son Sean is going to want to buy a place one day. I'll have to hook Sean up with Jason for sure. Filmer, favorite New Edition song? Can You Stand the Rain? For sure. That's why I did that cover with Marie and Maria. Can we see the jump shot? Like right now? What am I shooting at? Yeah. Okay. I will record myself, Jaskran, and playing hoops, taking some jump shots. If you were to be picked for a Beijing Olympic event, what would you compete in? If you're talking about if I was good enough to do it, I would love to compete in speed skating. If you're talking about what I'm good at now, probably one of those things where you sit bobsled or luge where I know you have to do stuff, you have to turn and stuff, but given my body mass and my ability to stay in a prone position, maybe one of those things where you go flying down the ice. Bobsled or luge. You ask good questions. Dexter, your bowling mic'd up video was funny. I like how you started chasing Jacob Taco. Yeah, Dexter, thank you. I'm going to come back to that in a second. No, when I wrap up, I'm going to say one last thing. because I want your guys' opinion. But yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. I'm going to do another one for sure. And Dexter, for better or for worse, you could probably guess, that's me. That's not me trying to put on a show for the cameras. That's how we're like in real life. So I'm glad you liked that bowling mic video. I thought it was pretty good, if I may say so myself. Angus, I probably saw you. I worked at McDonald's near Science World during Expo 86. Have you ever visited Port Angeles? No, I have not visited Port Angeles, but that's cool, Angus. Fango, do you think BC should cap out apartment rent at $1,000 so it's more affordable? I haven't given that some good thought, Fangirl. I can see what you're saying, but would that ever happen? I don't know. I think some people wouldn't go for it, and others would say that's good. What is the next game you're going to? Oh, I got to talk to Jason. I might be going on Tuesday night, actually. And Zach, there is a chance now that I'm going on February 8th. So if I'm there, I will meet you, as long as I don't get you in trouble, Zach. So there's a chance that I'm going on February 8th, and there's a chance I'm going this Tuesday, but I have to figure something out. Coach Rob, Angus, did you work at the floating McDonald's? Nice. Toronto fan, I used the FT2 Jet Speed hockey twig that I won on Instagram. Nice. Angus, you can walk out to Dungeon of Spit. It's just south of Victoria. Nice. Don Cherry, if NHL players were allowed, do you think Horvat makes it to Beijing for Canada? No, I think he's one of the last cuts, but I don't think he makes it. As much as I want him to. Dogwood, Wood and Sherwood. Nice. Noodle Whip, good. Have you ever been to Point Roberts? Yes, I have one of those post office boxes where I pick up stuff from. Or not post office box, I use In-N-Out Parcel. Have you ever seen the new Wonder Years show? No, I haven't, Fillmore. Dexter, are you going to go to the Feb 12th? Yeah, so Dexter, I was supposed to go to that game back in December. I have not gone to a Leafs game in my 11 years of being a season ticket holder. So that's the plan, is to go to that game. But I have a church commitment. So if I, in my good conscience, can miss that church commitment, then I will go to that game. If I meet you, you won't get in trouble because I already talked to my mom. Okay. Okay. Good, Zach. I want everything to be on the up and up. I want to be best friends with your mom and your dad. Okay, guys, it's 11:30. I'm going to wrap up now. So when to do another collab with Marie and maybe J-Pat. Yeah, J-Pat, I have fun with on Twitter. We'll see. Maybe if the Canucks make the playoffs, but I think I'm going to maybe wind down that part of my career soon. Justin, if you scored a game-winning big goal, what would be your go-to selling move? Any references? No, is it too easy to go with the sign of the cross as a Catholic? Is it, one of these where I'm dancing like this? You see that? I could do some of the moves like this. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. I think I just pulled a groin just now, so maybe not. Dogwood, I was thinking of mooring a boat in Falls Creek, prime real estate, no Vancouver taxes. Dexter, my dad might bring me to that game because his favorite team other than the Canucks is the Leafs. Sweet. If you're at that game, let's meet, Dexter. That'll be fun. Okay, let's chat. Don Cherry, 8th, the Arizona game, because I was thinking of going to that one to see win cheapest place season tickets. You can just go off, Game Time, StubHub. You can always find cheap tickets now. No problem, Coach Rob. Have a great night, Toronto. Thank you, Toronto fan. Bring back the Gaudette. Oh, the Selly. Rosero was trying to spot you at the Game Time. Oh, thanks, Rosero. Hope you had fun for sure. Okay, that's it. I won't answer any more questions. I do want to wrap up. One thing, you guys, and I would love your feedback on this. I used to ask a question and let you put in the responses as I'm doing my wind up. One thing, okay, I'm going to try not to get too philosophical here. And I talked to Justin, one of my Legend members, about this earlier this week. One thing that I want to do on this channel is I want to entertain you. I want to have fun. Now, that doesn't mean act like a clown or act like a dummy or a dork or whatever term you want to use. But I find that there are some YouTube channels out there where the person does great analysis, but it's also like they are not having any fun. And I want to do the opposite. I want to do good analysis. This isn't supposed to be a stand-up comedy hour. I want to do good analysis, and I think I have the mind and the eye and the articulation to do good analysis. But I also want to have fun doing so and entertain you. Because I think if you want boring good analysis, you could pull up other people or watch, highlights, right? So I want to give you I continue to give you my perspective on things. So I don't think anyone's going to ever accuse me of being the smartest hockey mind or the best at analytics or the best at fancy stats or the best at breaking down video. But I do want to be known as someone who does entertain you and hopes that you have fun on these streams and that you feel good about yourself as well. So again, it's not I'm not trying to be the class clown, or I'm not trying to be always just self-deprecating and make myself look like an idiot. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I want to bring in enough variety in these streams themselves, whether it's Ask Me Anything, where it's asking you questions, or in Zoom chats, or in live streams, or in Ask Me Anything vlogs, or parody songs, or whatever it may be. I want to continue to do that kind of thing to keep it fresh. So all I'm saying to you is, my question to you is, again, do you appreciate that kind of approach? Or would you rather me be more straight-laced and kind of stick to stats and stick to the games and stick to my analysis without trying new things? I know what I prefer. I think I have the personality to try new things and to try and keep you engaged for an hour, as opposed to me just talking to you for an hour or for most of it. Yes, I'll always answer your questions. That's the best part of these streams, but I want to answer them in a fun way too, and not make it look like it's a pain for me to answer your questions. So I hope that makes sense. That's not a shot at anyone else, any other channel. It's just something that I've been reflecting on and watching other YouTubers, and in the approach that I want to take. That's it. You can put some comments. I will read them as I sign off. But I'd love to know your things, and be honest with me. You guys know I appreciate you. I take everything you say to heart, not to the point where, oh no, if you say something bad, I'm going to be sad about it. I have a pretty healthy self-esteem, as you guys know, but I do appreciate your input. That's the most important thing. Okay, so I'll read through all your comments as I finish off here. Thank you, moderators, for being here. Thank you, sponsors, Perform and Transform, Van City Experts, Monkey 9 Brewing, and Gassy Jack Art. I know Lucas isn't watching anymore, but thank you to Lucas for joining me tonight. I hope he enjoyed himself. I know he did, and I did as well. And thanks to all members, Legend, Hero, Hall of Fame, Franchise, and All-Star. So on your way out, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you like this video on your way out, and make sure you consider becoming a member of the CCC Crew. Or upgrade your membership, whatever you want to do. Just press the join button underneath my videos and you can see all of the membership tiers and all the perks. So thanks again for being here. A 3-1 loss. Canucks played well considering the situation, but we can't have so many of these just played well games. We got to get some more wins, get back in the winning column, and it'll be nice to do so on Bruce Boudreau's 1,000th game. So I'll read all your comments later, but thank you for being here. You know that I appreciate you. I do not take it for granted, and I think we are indeed building the best Canucks community here on YouTube. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Oh yes, and thank you, Coach Rob, for reminding me. Tomorrow night, Parker, me, Canucks After Dark, bunch of games, COVID, other things to talk about. Hope to see you at 10 p.m. Thanks, Coach Rob, for the reminder. I went to the doctor last week and he told me that I was actually colorblind. Now that diagnosis just came out of the purple. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.